week, there was a bunch of rumors that we're going to get more Creative 2.0 news in the State of Unreal Engine livestream, but by the end of it, there was nothing. But there was some interesting news the day before that got me thinking about Creative 2.0 and when it's going to release and what it's going to look like when it releases. So today I'm going to go over a bunch of different things that I think are going to be a part of Creative 2.0 when it comes out. Now, before we get into the Creative 2.0 stuff, first let's talk about the news that came out. So Tim Sweeney tweeted out something about how Epic remains committed to developers and creators, and then a big conversation started going on about how Fortnite creators only get 5% of the revenue that their maps bring in. But then Tim Sweeney, who's the CEO of Epic Games, piped in and said, Epic is working on a Fortnite creator economy version 2 and 3 already. Expect some big changes throughout the year. So he said there's going to be big changes this year that's going to allow creators like you and me, well, not me because I'm related to Donald, the ability to make some real money making maps in Fortnite creative. Now, Tim did clarify it's a longer road to the open metaverse. Next few steps will be nice, but they aren't the holy grail. So basically, it's not going to be like everyone's going to be millionaires now, but it'll be a step in the right direction. And that's what I'm looking for when it comes to Creative 2.0, just steps in the right direction. Now, one last thing before we get into Creative 2.0 stuff. You may remember a little while ago, I had an awesome sponsor for one of my videos called Codeverse, where you can learn how to code while making your own real video game. I feel like using Codeverse has been such a great thing to help prepare me for Creative 2.0, because we all know that Creative 2.0 is going to have coding in it. Well, Codeverse actually reached out to me again. I sat down with one of their amazing Codeverse guides, Andreas, for a one-on-one class where we made a full game from scratch, and it totally helped me to learn how to code even better. You can actually watch the full session on codeverse.com/mustardplays, or you can click the link in my description below. To watch it, you're going to have to fill out your information, and if you're under 18, you're going to have your parent fill it out for you. Once you filled out the information, check your email for a link to watch the video, and you'll want to watch it on a desktop or a laptop. Be sure to watch the video until the end, because I have a special code so you can get 25% off your first month of your Codeverse membership, and I'll tell you how to get a free class. Plus, you'll just get to spend more time with me. So be sure to go to codeverse.com/mustardplays and sign up now so you can watch the video and learn how to make your own game. So last December, Epic came out and said that Creative 2.0 is going to be delayed until this year, and I'm personally hoping we get it by the end of this summer. But I also don't think Creative 2.0 is going to come out and be complete. Like when we first got creative mode, it was not the creative mode that we have today. Now we have insane devices like the prop mover or even the guard, or I mean, gosh, there's just so much in creative mode now. When you even look at the number of galleries we have, guys, this list just keeps going and going and going and going. Creative 1.0 is in a very different state than when it released. So I'm personally expecting Creative 2.0 to release with a few tools and then slowly release more and more. So here's what I think it's going to release with. So first, I think the current state of creative mode will be cross-compatible with 2.0. When they first announced Creative 2.0, they had a video of them playing on a console and on a mobile device and on a desktop PC and creating together on the same map. And I feel like in order for Creative 2.0 to be successful, it's going to have to integrate with the current state of creative mode and really work together well, that creators that don't have access to like a high-level PC can still play creative mode and make awesome maps just like those using the new tools. Now, the second thing I think it's going to launch with is it's going to have its own access point to get into it. Like, I don't think there's going to be a creative hub anymore, at least for the 2.0 users. I think people that are using 1.0 will still come to the hub and have to get to their island through the portals here. But I think the 2.0 users will come up to Discovery, hit create, and probably right here is going to say create in 2.0 or whatever they call it. And then they'll click on that, it'll take them directly to the 2.0 editor and kind of bypass the whole hub system. I think that's one of the reasons they've been working so hard on getting a Discovery system in place so that when 2.0 launches, it's more seamless for those that are using it. The third thing I think it's going to introduce is it's going to get rid of this third-person building format. So no more PLE in front of the screen, no more phone sitting there, no weird glitches where you copy something and then it like flies off your screen, because it's all going to be in front of you with nothing obstructing your view. It's going to look something more like this. You'll be able to see your whole map here, fly around it. There's nothing in the way. You can come in and edit this and change it however you want. This is what I think Creative 2.0 is going to look like. In case you're wondering what I am playing with right here, this is the Unreal Engine, and Fortnite Creative is going to kind of be like Unreal Engine Lite. So with that said, the number 4 thing I think it's going to release with is the same movement tools that Unreal Engine has. So here you can see I can move it up along these lines and over and away. I can change it to rotate. You know, this is very similar to creative mode in rotations and angling things the way you want. You'll be able to change the scale of things, like make it bigger or smaller, but be more precise in how you can change it. I think it'll have really high level grid snaps to really low level, so you can really make it go exactly where you want it to go. So I think these movement tools are going to be introduced in a ways that people can get used to them without having to also get used to a ton of like new devices. Which brings me to number 5, is it is going to introduce a way to easily delete items like this, and even easily select a whole bunch of items that then you can go and change and move around in an easy way that you really can't do in the current creative system. I mean, like, to be able to do this and then still stop and then be able to go down and then pick these individual props out and then move them is just really hard in the current creative system. Then to be able to delete these things really easily or copy and paste these easily, I mean, I can easily copy and paste things without hardly any effort at all. This is going to be a huge feature for creators that we just don't currently have, to be able to copy and paste easily. Which then leads me to number 6, is you'll be able to have an undo button. See, watch this right now. I'm going to undo everything I've just done, so I can just go backwards in time and go back exactly to where I was before. All right, there we go. We're going back through my resizes, and the wall's back to the original state. Being able to undo is something that we've never been able to do in creative, and I think creative 2.0 is going to add that, and it's going to be beautiful. Number 7, and this one's big for me, searching through our maps and props and stuff is going to be way easier. So like right now, you can see over here, I can pick the walls out of the list as opposed to trying to like go down, try to figure out how to select a prop. I can actually just choose it over here in the side, and then I can move that one individually. And then even more cool, you'll be able to come into this search bar and type in something like, I don't know, table, and then look, and then I can pull that table into my map, and there it is. Yeah, I've got a table instantly. So being able to search is going to be huge. And this actually just shows the next thing is the ability to easily test. You can see here, I'm up here editing my map, moving things around, and now I want to test it. So I just hit the play button at the top, and I'm instantly in it, where I can like easily jump around and test my map, as opposed to having like to start the game and waiting like for so long to go and test things. Being able to change things on the fly and being able to test instantly be a massive thing for creators. And then, as I was showing earlier with this footage from the announcement of Creative 2.0, you'll be able to do live changes to your map. You can see here the builder is changing Kevin the Cube, but the people on the map are seeing it live. Be able to update your map on the fly is going to be a massive change. Now, before I tell you the last thing I think this is going to launch with, I don't think this is going to launch with modding right off. So I don't think we'll be able to come in here and change this skin to look like, I don't know, my face or something. I think that will come down the line, but I don't think it's going to come at launch. I could be very wrong about that though. I also don't think programming is going to come at the actual launch. I think that might be introduced later, but I do think we're going to get a terrain editor where we can come in here, change the terrain to look however we want, and make really cool looking maps. This is obviously all speculation, and I have no real idea when we're actually going to get this, but I can't wait to see what we actually get.